Well, the whole team at LitePanels wanted to do this, so we developed it with the idea of a perfect light source. Perfect light source. It's really hard to make anything perfect, but making the best light source we can make using our LED technology that could really become of interest to those in the field that see it and see it automatically as a viable opportunity. I mean, it really, we don't want to produce products that are rehashes of somebody else's. And we want customers to be lifetime customers. Have we had problems with some of our products? Of course, we're only human. And so how we deal with that in our service centers, that's the belief of the Vitech group. The whole principle of it is, the customer, the presentation, the respect to the clients, the way that you take care of them after the sale. Because you end up finding a lot of people that deal with Vitech products, they're actually, such as LitePanel, they've been around with you the whole ride. And it's always like, what's next? So you don't want to get long in the tooth on one product. You want to bring something else out that doesn't replace what somebody just bought, but actually pushes them to, oh, that's clever. And that's what we were trying to do with the Gemini. What's unique about the Gemini is it's 22.2 pounds. It draws, I'm looking at the one behind you because I know the screen's inverted, but it's on and it's creating just the right amount of fill, and it's only at 18%, and it's at the color that you picked for this, matching this blue that's outside of us with a tone setting that is it Tom, the cameraman? Yeah, set. So, I mean, having the tools to be able to just tweak, done. It's a simplicity. So I think simplicity, modularity is what's unique to it. It's really hard for somebody to sit there and watch split screens, because if your viewers are smart, they'll do that right now, and they'll jump into the Gemini website and look at all the bits and bobs and features of it that are so unique. You can dim it from 100 to 0.01% before it goes out. And your Kelvin shift, many may argue with me, many will not. They'll prove 100, relatively 100 Kelvin shift from top to bottom, from 100 to 0. We had Telemundo in Miami do an independent test. They lost 50 Kelvin from 100 to 50, and they lost 50 Kelvin from 50 to 0. That was not my light reading. That was their light reading. So everybody's light meters are different. Some have best boys that kick them down the center of the truck before the guy takes it to the set to give the gaffer. So they need calibration. They're off, but there's value in the light just since it's light, it's small, it's robust, it has a very large beam angle. It's like a 150-degree beam in all four directions, so radius coverage. The independence of being able to go and change colors, whether you're putting a gel on it and changing it from a daylight source to a tungsten source as far as the gel on it. Meaning, if you're on a set and you have a tungsten light, a 2K, and you put a gel over it, that tungsten is more in the red tone, so you've got the engine is tungsten. If you're on a set in the daytime, you may want to use an HMI. So you're going to take a 2.5 and you're going to take that same gel, you're going to put it on those doors. That's an HMI, that's blue. So you need to have the difference of colors noted. It's not going to be the same if you're putting on one type color unit, one not. So by being able to just turn the dial and make it a daylight source, or turn the dial and make it a tungsten source, that's pretty nice. It's a thought process. So what we hear from a lot of people when we go and do the shows, like the BSC event I was here for with Andrew Woodfin this week, the idea, and Andrew Woodfin is your product specialist, your lighting specialist here in the UK. What we have here is the ability to let people see how clever the design is, because it was designed by lighting guys, and how clever the modularity is because it was designed by lighting guys. And that's all you hear from people is go, I could hit that button, I could turn that screen upside down if I wanted, but we didn't. But when I show that to people, New York, here, I can tell somebody that works with equipment made sure that could happen. Because you put them in as footlights, the screen's upside down. All it takes is hitting the button a couple of times.
As in the LCD display screen?
Yes, in the LCD display screen. So the value is real deep in regards to it, but not so heavy, not so heavy that people can't understand it. by just going through the menu and figuring it out. I mean, it's real intuitive, because you may have somebody like Pat Grosswendt who just came to the film business and he's only been in 2 weeks, and you go over and change that light to, okay, when you walk up, everything's spelled out. It's not hidden buttons to get into different menus and stuff. It's real intuitive because we've been there. So let's make it easy for the newbie and make it easy for the guy that's telling them how to do it. So it's a great product. People should ask for a demo and see it.